It's time to get into the content, boys. Listen, SBI is on the run. If you guys have seen some of my more recent videos, SBI no me gusta, right? They don't like me. They don't like me, okay? They don't like me. They don't like you. They don't like anybody, right? They don't like anybody that speaks out against them. So there's this conference that has been going around on YouTube. Myself, Smash JT, a couple of the YouTubers have put out videos. Well, the fans has filmed a video on it. This entire conference is one big, massive joke, okay? And the reason why it's a massive joke is because the entire thing is literally just SBI's CEO, Kim Belair, coping and seething over the fact that people are not buying their bullshit any longer. They also are coping and seething over the fact that they don't have control over the narrative anymore. They actually say this in the conference. So let's just get right into it. It's 21 minutes long. So we're going to break it down little by little for the entirety of the stream. So grab your snacks, get your sex toys, get your sodas, and let's play. Here we go.
So welcome to the stage, Kim Belair.
Hello, I'm Kim Belair. In my circles, I'm...
Hey, really quick. I'm not going to lie to you. Kim Belair. Atreus, I think you want that. I think Atreus want... She looking a little thick. Okay? She looking a little thick.
Holy shit.
All right, she's struggling up top right here. She's struggling up top right here, but I think Atreus likes what's going on down here, okay? She's looking a little thick. All right? I gotta keep it real. Like I told you guys, I'll never lie to you. I'll never lie to you. I got no reason to lie to you. She looking a little thick, all right? She clearly is very happy, at least monetarily speaking. Okay, she's
largely considered, I think, a relatively nice person. These are my dogs, Sage and Flaky. These are my cats, Tag and the Gray Boy. I really enjoy Lego. I collect skulls and taxidermy, and I also really like playing a lot of video games, including Elden Ring. By day,
she called it the Elden Ring. I like playing the Elden Ring. Listen, man, starting this entire this is what you call humanizing yourself, right? So she knows she's about to go into an entire conversation that nobody except for the people in that echo chamber theater right now are going to believe her. And so she decides to start it off with trying to humanize herself, because that's what they do, right? Let's humanize ourselves. Let's make ourselves seem like we're softer and nicer than we actually are. I'm going to speak very softly. I'm going to speak very reserved. I'm going to speak almost like whisper level, because they're trying to portray that they're not this big, bad, evil company. But anyway, let's continue.
I am the crazed CEO of Sweet Baby Inc., the DEI-obsessed censorship mafia who is currently ruining and wokeifying all of the video games that you've ever played.
At least she's honest. At least she's honest. Thank you. Thank you for being honest for the first time ever. Thank you. Oh, the crowd agrees.
Thank you. It's hard work.
The crowd agrees. Good job, crowd. Yeah, we agree.
If you haven't heard of Sweet Baby Inc., thank you. That's actually how I prefer it. But if you have...
Wait, so really quick, I know I keep pausing, but I'm going to be pausing a lot in this video. Guys, that part right there is very important. Did you hear what she said? She said she prefers to be hidden. She prefers to be hidden. I want you to remember that, because later in the video, she speaks as if that's not what they do. Anyway.
It's either because of the over 80 amazing and often award-winning games that we've worked on, or actually one of those, Usual June, was at this very conference. So yeah, you've either heard us from all of these wonderful games, or perhaps you're familiar with the nearly year-long hate campaign that has been waged against us as a team. Unfortunately, today I'm here to talk about that in a talk I'm going to call "What Happens When You Get Harassed?" a Sweet Baby story. So I'm going to start at the beginning. Who is Sweet Baby Inc.? We are a narrative development company, and we are a team of narrative developers. What that means is that we do script writing, storytelling, narrative work for video games. And sometimes that means that we come in for writing punch-ups. Sometimes that means we're the entire writer's room for a project. Sometimes that means we're coming in very, very early on and helping them start the groundwork, the world building. But what I want to really stress is that all of our work focuses very heavily and very seriously on story. That is what narrative development is. We started out in 2018, but it was really in 2020 that we kind of came to any kind of industry prominence. And it was on a backdrop of the COVID quarantine, sending everybody home from the office. Me Too sweeping through the games industry as various bad actors were named and shamed appropriately, I should say. And also the Black Lives Matter protests were in full swing. At the time, the industry was kind of responding in the way you might imagine, with a lot of corporate overpromising. But within the writing sphere, there were a lot of offers for portfolio reviews. Like, hey, if you're a marginalized or especially a Black dev, we would love to give you a portfolio review. And I want to say I love portfolio reviews. It's something that we also do at Sweet Baby for free. So if anybody in the audience right now is looking for a little bit of a portfolio review or wants to talk about video games, we'd love to do that. But the problem with portfolio reviews is that they also assume that it's a meritocracy, right? They assume the problem is your portfolio and not the fact that maybe there's a lot of other reasons that you are not getting the gig. So knowing that there were a myriad problems to be solved, we created an email called Talk at Sweet Baby Inc. And we just said, hey, if you're a developer who wants to get into the industry, if you're someone who's already in the industry and you want to talk, just talk to us. And so in that year, we ended up with a lot of people who we connected to, and we talked a lot about advocacy. We talked a lot about helping people.
So people are saying she has fear in her voice, and I got to be honest with you guys, I don't really believe that. It's not necessarily fear in her voice. I think it's trying to push out this image of like being reserved. She's trying really hard to push out this image of being reserved and speaking calmly, because she otherwise probably in private and in real life is not like that. So she's just trying to, put out this like reserved kind of, face. But still, honestly, she sounds tired. She sounds like she's been through some shit. Gee, I wonder why that could be. Maybe she'll explain how this all started.
People get into the industry, and we also talked a lot about the importance of telling stories from a variety of perspectives, and especially of having those writers and those creators in the room to help you with that. And as we joined the new conversations, as we worked on more projects, more people joined our team. And so in that year, or in those subsequent years, we grew from a team of only 5 to a team of 16 incredibly talented people. And during that time, as you might imagine, a lot of game teams were looking for guidance, both in terms of narrative, but also in terms of learning how to tell diverse stories and feature diverse characters. And so naturally...
Wait a second. Did the person who just said that they just do narrative design and consultancy, they don't do this magic DEI stuff that people been talking about? Like that's not what they are. They're not this big crazy DEI company and whatnot. Did you just admit to doing the same thing that you just said? You guys don't. We're only like 4 minutes in. You lied to you lied 2 minutes ago. You just said people were trying to say you're this DEI company that wokeifies everything in video games. Then you said that that's not what you do. You're just a narrative consultancy company. And then you just said right now that if people want to diversify their bro,